Another common mistake that limits your potential is letting the opinions of other people sway your decisions. I see this happen so often, and I'm guilty of it too. I feel like we're all guilty of it in some way, shape, or form, but especially in the online space, it's such a gray area for most people. So many people still think it's shady. So many people still think, they're still skeptical about, working online. And I see so often people that come in with this fire, this passion, they're ready to do it, and then they hear one comment from a coworker or their boyfriend or their girlfriend or their parents or anybody outside of themselves that, doesn't really know a lot about it. They just hear like the online stigma. Again, this is just an example. This can be applied in so many different areas of life. But, they hear one opinion. They're like, oh, that's shady. And they're like, oh my God, maybe it is shady. Oh my God, like maybe I'm just, thinking that this is, this great thing and it's not. No, my goodness. And they freak out and then they change their mind about it. And then they don't pursue whatever it is that they were about to pursue. In this case, in my example at least, is, working online. You don't, even if they give you an opinion that could potentially have a glimmer of truth in it, even if, okay, I'm not even saying that it does. Most of the time it doesn't, honestly. But even if it did, you are a human being. You're an individual person. You have your own goals, your own dreams, your own hopes, and they should not be influenced by the opinions of others. You could want to be the best ballerina in the world, okay? And you start, practicing in like your backyard. I'm trying to come up with a metaphor right now, but you start practicing in your backyard and, your neighbor looks over the fence and they're like, what are you doing? Like, your neighbor doesn't want to be the best ballerina in the world. Like, why would you care what they said? So many people would be like, oh my gosh, like that was so dumb. Like, I'm just not going to do that ever again. Like, and just, curl up and never pursue whatever it is that we were about to pursue. In this case, a ballerina. But your neighbor doesn't, maybe your neighbor wants to be a football player. Like, why would they give a shit about you and your pursuit in, being the best ballerina in the world? Like, you literally cannot, I don't want to say you can't take the opinions of others, but you need to take the opinions of others with a grain of salt. You need to be like, okay, like this person said this, maybe it's true, but is that really how I feel? Is that really what I want? This person, thinks that being a ballerina is stupid, but I want to be a ballerina. I don't care what this person says. Or, this person thinks that it's shady working online, but I want to work online and I don't care what they think. Like, that has to be applied in every area of your life, because so many of us, the second we see somebody doubting us or judging us, we're just like, oh, that's stupid. Like, I'm just not going to do that. And then, who are you living for? Are you living for you and your dreams and your goals? Or are you living for somebody else? Like, it's just a question you have to ask yourself. If you ever find yourself in that place, which I feel like all of us find ourselves in those places, more than once, it's something that you have to ask yourself. It's something that you have to recognize and, really sit down and think about what you want. I'm not telling you don't listen to anybody else. I'm just saying take it with a grain of salt. Really sit down and be like, okay, they said this and this made me feel this way, but I still want it if you do. And if you don't, then maybe that was a sign and you just weren't supposed to have it in the first place. Maybe you weren't supposed to be a ballerina. So you can go down another pathway. Like, I don't know, playing football. Okay, I'm done with the metaphors. This is just going too far. So I hope you guys are having an awesome, awesome day, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.